Hello students, welcome you all in 7th standard. The first chapter of science is the living world, adaptations and classification. We all know that a great variety of plants is found on the earth. Some plants have colorful flowers, some plants grow in the water, whereas some plants are found in deserts which have scarcity of water. Some plants are found only in snowy regions. Some plants cannot be seen without a microscope, whereas some are huge in size. Like plants, animals too show diversity. Some are unicellular, others are multicellular. Some are vertebrates, whereas others are invertebrates. This world is full of a variety of animals like aquatic, terrestrial, amphibian, reptilian, aerial, etc. These observations give rise to the question, how did this great diversity come into being? So the reason behind this classification is adaptation. The plants and animals adapted themselves to adjust to their surroundings. Now see the definition of adaptation. Gradual changes occur in the body parts and also in the behavior of organism which help them to adjust their surroundings. Such changes are called adaptation. So in this chapter we will see the adaptation in plants and animals. First we will see the adaptation in plants. See the given table and observe and write the characteristics of the plants. For example, see first one is lotus. The lotus is seen in the aquatic region and the type of root is fibrous and the leaves of lotus is large and round with waxy layer. Now the characteristics of stem, they are hollow and flexible. So you think about it and try this for cactus and banyan tree and fill the table. Now see the adaptation in plants. First one is aquatic. Adaptation in aquatic region. See the diagram. Some plants entirely afloat with floating roots while some plants submerge in the water. Some of the aquatic plants are firmly rooted in the soil at the bottom of the water bodies. Their stems are submerged while leaves and flowers float on the surface. However, some plants are entirely afloat. Their roots are not anchored in the soil. The surface of leaves and stems of many aquatic plants are covered with a waxy layer. Leaves of some aquatic plants are thin, slender like a ribbon. This shape helps them to withstand fast current of water. Air spaces in stems and petioles of aquatic plants are useful for floating in water. See the diagram. The stem of lotus have air sacs so that the plant can be float in water easily. Now next one is adaptation in desert areas. Desert plants are either leafless or their leaves are like small needles or have been modified into thorns. As a result, they lose very little water by evaporation. The stores of water and food in the fleshy stem is useful for the process of photosynthesis in the absence of leaves. Their roots penetrate deep into the soil and in the search of water. There is a thick layer of a waxy substance on the stem of these plants too. Now, next one is adaptation of plants in snowy region. Plants of snowy regions mainly include conifers like deodar and pine. These trees are conical in shape due to their sloping branches. In the heavy snowfall and extreme cold, these regions, their conical shape prevents the snow from accumulating on the tree. See the diagram, you can see how it is helping to secure the whole tree. Thick bark helps the tree to withstand the cold. Now next one is adaptation. Now the next is adaptation of plants in forest region. A variety of plants, trees, shrubs, herbs are found in the forest. These plants compete amongst themselves for sunlight. Hence, trees grow tall to get sunlight and climbers and vines grow to the great height with the support of trees. Spring-like tendrils on the stems of some climbers is an example of adaptation. So in this chapter, today we learnt about 4 adaptation of plants: adaptation in aquatic, adaptation in desert regions, and adaptation in snowy regions, and last is adaptation in the forest region. And further information of this chapter we will do in our next period. Thank you all.